Do you know what one of the most common reasons for divorce and stress in America are? Personal finance is a top 2 stress and divorce reason in the United States. Personal finance needs to be taught in every high school before every student graduates. By teaching students before they graduate, it sets them up for financial success in the future by giving them the confidence to handle their own money and avoid the problems that come with not having enough money or having a lot of debt. Financial knowledge will produce students that can get themselves to financial freedom and help avoid the struggles of making ends meet each month. It will also help them avoid the legal troubles that come from debt, taxes, and bankruptcy. Like I mentioned, financial knowledge will help students become more financially free and avoid their struggles. Although it is a little early for high schoolers to think about retirement, it's very important to know how to balance your checkbook and create a budget every month so that they can begin saving and get off on the right foot. It's very important to save for your future, even if it's really far away. By budgeting correctly to not overspend, they can start saving right away and save over 10% of your income. This will easily set them up for an early retirement whenever they'd like without the reliance of Social Security. Over a third of Americans between the ages of 30 and 49 currently have no savings whatsoever for their retirement. This is the highest rate ever, and Americans have no reliance, or have a lot of reliance on Social Security. They don't know yet if Social Security will be able to support them in the future. By teaching students simple things such as compound interest, they'll have a higher chance of starting to save early for their retirement because the little money that they'll put away today will help them get a lot of money in the future. Simple things such as check writing, house buying, how to do taxes, how insurance works, and different financial investment options could be very beneficial to students. It doesn't have to be an in-depth knowledge of how markets work, but rather a broad knowledge of personal finance that they'll be able to use throughout the rest of their life. Aside from the stresses that are caused from having lack of money and not saving, can cause a lot of legal troubles as well. No one wants to have tax collectors at their door, debt collectors at their door, have to file bankruptcy and ruin their credit, or have a large debt that they have to worry about paying off. The average U.S. person holds over $200,000 in debt from their mortgage, car loan, student loan, credit cards, and other loans that they have. Students need to learn the difference between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt has a high interest rate and comes with credit cards where people spend the money on vacations, clothing, travel, cars, and other things that they don't necessarily need. Good debt returns your value and has a low interest rate for things such as a mortgage where you get a house and then your house appreciates for future value, or a student loan where you're gaining knowledge to get a better job and have a higher income. Learning this difference between good and bad debt can help students learn how to save and not use credit cards when they're fresh out of school and it's easy to get a credit card. Learning to save for the future is important because you have money for when life happens and you have emergencies such as losing your job or having a loan to pay off. It's also important for students to learn how to do their taxes correctly, which can be easily taught in a high school class because they don't want to have a lot of tax debt and have to worry about the legal troubles that come with having a lot of tax debt. So all high schools have math and reading, which are very important, but they also need to learn about finance. This is a lifelong lesson that they can learn in the classroom and apply for the rest of their life. Financial knowledge will help produce people that can be financially free and avoid the troubles of not having enough money, and will also help them avoid the legal trouble of debt, taxes, and bankruptcy. If schools aren't going to teach this to students, parents need to start teaching it to their kids to get them off in the right direction when they start their life by themselves.